Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a huge challenge that so many businesses are facing, all that incredibly valuable data that's trapped inside your enterprise resource planning system, your ERP. The real question is, how do you actually unlock it? A lot of companies are in this strange position. They are absolutely data rich, but somehow insight poor. All this amazing information is locked away in these super complex systems. Think Microsoft Dynamics 365. But actually getting your hands on it and using it, that's a whole different ballgame. And this really gets to the heart of what we can call the modern data dilemma. You have all the info you could ever need to succeed, but turning it into clear, actionable insights that give you a competitive edge? Well, that's another story entirely. Okay, let's get into it. When you're facing this problem, you've basically got two paths you can go down. You can try to build your own custom reporting solution from the ground up, or you can buy a pre-built one that's ready to go.
Now, on the surface, building your own thing, it sounds pretty tempting, right? You get to customize it exactly how you want. But the reality is that build path is often a really long, really complex, and pretty risky road that takes a ton of specialized resources.
And to give you a sense of just how big this challenge is, look at this number, over 6,000. That's how many raw back-end tables your developers might need to navigate in a system like Dynamics 365. It's not just the number itself, it's mapping how they all connect. It's like trying to solve a giant 6,000-piece puzzle with no picture on the box.
All that complexity means these internal projects can easily stretch to 18 months or even longer. And after all that time, all that money, you often end up with just a few basic reports. They usually lack the really juicy stuff, like point-in-time balances or trend analysis that you need for making big strategic calls. So that brings us over to the buy approach. And to get a clear picture of what that looks like, let's take a look at a specific example. A platform called Metrixs, which is an analytics engine built specifically for Dynamics 365.
Now, a platform like this wasn't just whipped up overnight. This one was built over 8 years by a team of real experts, functional, technical, and finance pros, with more than 15 years of deep experience in the Dynamics world. They literally designed it to solve the exact data headaches that most generic tools just can't touch.
And this is where you get a massive head start. It can come loaded with a whole library of over 100 ready-to-use reports and more than 1,000 pre-built metrics. It's all there, right out of the box, which just slashes the time it takes to see any real value. And we're not just talking about one department here. The whole point is to get a complete picture of your business. A really mature buy solution gives you that total visibility, with modules that cover everything from your supply chain to finance and even project operations.
So here's the million-dollar question. How does a tool like this actually take all that messy, raw data and turn it into something you can use to make smart decisions, like right now? Well, it usually follows a pretty straightforward, secure, 3-step process. First, it connects right into your raw data, using something like Synapse Link. Then, and this is the magic part, it transforms that messy data into clean, optimized models. Basically, it organizes everything for you. And finally, it visualizes all those insights using a tool like Power BI, so you get a near real-time dashboard of what's happening.
Okay, that all sounds great in theory. But what about the real-world results? Let's be honest, the proof is in the numbers, and the results from companies that have gone down this path, well, they speak for themselves. First off, deployment is lightning fast. Forget that 18-month timeline of doing it yourself. Most businesses can be up and running getting actual useful insights in less than 6 weeks. And that speed translates directly into business efficiency. It's common for users to see 80% faster reporting just from having automated summaries and clear dashboards. And when you get smarter insights, you find savings. Some companies have cut their operational costs by up to 15%. And then there's the return on investment. This number is just wow. One global engineering firm saw a 290% ROI after they implemented a buy solution. And get this, the payback period was only 6 months. That's incredible. The group was really struggling. They had data stuck in silos across more than 50 locations around the world. By plugging in a pre-built platform, they finally centralized everything and gave their finance, HR, and ops teams the real-time dashboards they needed to make faster, much better decisions. At the end of the day, this whole build versus buy thing, it's about more than just some fancy reports. It's about a fundamental strategy shift in how you use your data, turning your ERP from just a system of record into a true system of intelligence. Whichever way you go, the goal is always to deliver on these three things. A great analytics strategy gives you that single source of truth through data, it boosts your efficiency with automation, and it gives you the agility to actually act on trends as they're happening. And that really just leaves us with one final thought. Your ERP data is talking to you. It's speaking a clear language of opportunity, of risk, of efficiency. The only question left is,